no catch. I go and get the bag and I'm not bringing it back. I'm like a down QB, I put the pain in the past. And if you ever had a problem, promise I didn't ask. So it's 444 in the car, my dash. I shake a big, told them all, you ain't first, you last. Little boy, that's facts. I'ma throw that cash to my money.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it?
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Dallas Cowboys.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Elliott, toss right. Elliott a first down and more. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
First and 10, Prescott. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
To Elliott. Here's Prescott. Room to run past midfield. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Elliott. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. to take this close to the first down markers. He stopped at the Eagles' 27. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Well, CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity. They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter, already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the interior of the defensive line, and these guys, they're normally anchors of that spot, and they don't often get clear shots at the quarterback. But in this case, he got past the center and the guard in no time and got there to make the play.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw him off play action. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Oh, the return is Bowden. Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Eagles' 43-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Prescott now. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that right there is something we've seen, 15 times in NFL history. That will officially go down as a 60-yard field goal.
And everything has to be absolutely perfect for this to have any chance. He's got to get it out low and really drive through it. And I tell you, that was one heck of a kick. One heck of a decision on the sideline to even try it as well.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. 10-6 the score after one right here on EA Sports.
10, Eagles 6.
They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Hurts. This ball complete to Rager. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. Now it's Clement. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott on for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. A first down carry by Elliott. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On the counter, Elliott. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Prescott. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Tackle made at the
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This short throw caught by Goddard. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. end zone now. They'll look to throw. He's got it.
And the Eagles are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
It'll be Hurts on the option.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Second and goal at the 5-yard line.
Hurts rolling to his right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Here's Hurts to throw.
The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. The kick by Elliott is good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. On play action, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Avonte Maddox. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Greg Zerline, the kickoff for Dallas.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves. And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And it's no good. Elliott pulled it, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a 1-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Prescott from the gun. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. It's caught inside the 25. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. A big play here for Dallas. 43 yards. From the red zone now, Prescott eluding the pressure right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Definitely not how you want to start things on 1st down, and you don't want to panic. A field goal could get you closer, but you have to think to yourself, will you even get another shot? At this point, to me, the thinking has to be touchdown or buck.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. It's up and good, and they take the lead by a point, 17-16.
Cowboys 17, Eagles 16.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing us. Pick it up already.
Greg Zerline to kick off for Dallas.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large. But here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school where I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he tiptoes around defenders for a gain of about 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
On third down, it's Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
And the Cowboy first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. 22 yards there, a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Again, it's Elliott. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 13.
They'll start with a handoff to Sanders.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Trying to lay one up deep. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Throwing is Hurts.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field. Certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play fake. Here's Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
He gets his first catch there, but all in all, when you're talking about the #1 receiver in the NFL coming into this game, and we're just talking about the first catch there, I think they're doing a nice job of bottling him up.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Zerline's kick is good. And they add on and get a little bit of a cushion. It's 20-16 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Rookie Jalen Reagor, the intended target that time.
And that takes us from second to third down.
They go play action with Hurts.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They go to Elliott again. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. First down, Elliott. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Credit the tackle to Darius Slay. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And he will have a Cowboys first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
First down, Cowboys.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so...
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Well, the between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A nice gain of 21 yards.
At the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Sanders. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards. I guess at the very least they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Back to throw. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the 1st of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2-yard line.
They'll run with Clement, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Corey Clement, his 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front.
And touchdown, and congratulations, and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
On the return, the Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Dang, man, I guess we're looking at the wrong side right here.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you, and this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done, and in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Prescott to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think that part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful. All night.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
He's back to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th.
4th down.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So that'll back him up 5. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Party going